The Vacation Guide on the Road is brought to you by...
We're in Manistee at the Ideal Kitchen, and we are joined by owner Shelly, who's going to give us all the information we need about this gorgeous store.
You're sweet. Thank you.
So, Shelly, before we get started, because there's so much to explore, I'd love to hear about the history of the store here.
Okay. Well, my husband transferred with his job in 2000. We were from the Ann Arbor area, and he transferred here. And so we moved our family here. I was in the public schools for many years, and our daughters graduated high school in 2006, and we said, this is the time.
It's time.
It's the time to start our business. And so it took a little bit. My husband wanted me to start a bait shop. Yeah, and that wasn't going to happen. I'm like, I don't even like to do any of that.
You had to spend time talking him out of that.
Exactly. And then we were watching Food Network one night, and he said, I got it. We love to cook. Let's open a kitchen store. We don't have one here. We got to go either to Traverse City or, Grand Rapids. And so I said, oh my gosh. And everything just started to fall into place, so we knew it was meant to be.
Now,
so it was great.
Over the course of being open for almost a quarter of a century now, how do you curate this store? Because everywhere I look are not only beautiful pieces, but we were chatting a bit before the interview. Right. Everything here is extremely functional. Not only good looking, but it's so useful. You're going to use everything you see here.
That's correct. That was one of our things. We love to cook, and we said we need to be very utilitarian. I wanted to be functional because cutlery, pots and pans, bakeware, you got to have it.
You got to have it.
You got to have it whether you like to cook or you don't like to cook. If you're cooking for your family, you got to have it. And so that's where we started. And I grew up with Wusthof knives. So we said, we're carrying Wusthof knives, and it just went on and on from there. We carry quality products, vendors that have been around for years. Wustof's been around for over 200 years.
Oh, yeah.
So we wanted to make sure we had quality items. The company itself would stand behind the product, and so do we. And so, we love it.
So we've talked a little bit about the past. Let's jump to right now, because we've had some new additions to the store. Tell us the latest from the...
Well, my most exciting one, we just, in August of 22, we got our beer and wine license.
Congratulations.
So, and we honestly, my husband and I, we're not much wine drinkers except with dinners and food and things we like to pair. Our wines and try different things. We're not big sippers or anything like that. Well, now I am. I've learned to love it way more than I ever have. It's a very small area of our store. I'm never going to be just a wine or beer shop. And actually right now we just carry our wines, and most of them are imported and specialty wines. We do have some Californias because people love them, and but we like to talk about, well, what are you cooking tonight?
Exactly.
Well, this would be great with that, and this would be great with that. And it's super fun.
So you can not only come in and get the supplies you need for your kitchen, but you also can ask Shelly and have your own little personal sommelier help you figure it out.
Right. And I tell you, I've got a great staff that knows what they love, and I've got a staff member that has a great palate, way better than mine. So I'm always like, Christine, come help me. Yeah, but it's great. It's fun.
Do we got any plans for 2025?
Yes. Well, we always go to the Houseware Show in Chicago, and that's in March sometime or whatever. Every vendor from around the world is there.
Oh, wow.
So that's where we find new things, and even our current vendors come out with new products so we can touch them and feel them and use them.
Now, Shelly, just looking around, there's something for everyone here.
I believe that, yes.
Where could someone potentially go if they want to see what the store's about, peruse what you may have before coming out to the store?
Well, we do have a website. It is not an e-commerce site. We don't sell off at it.
You got to come to the store.
Right. We like people to touch and feel it, and so
absolutely.
we can educate them, our staff.
Of course.
We are very knowledgeable about what we carry, and we try things before we buy things, or when you know, we get them. And so that's really what we like to do. But our Facebook page is really fun.
Okay.
And, you know, we'll unbox stuff and just take a picture and say, look what's new, you know. So that's a lot of fun too.
This approach to providing these products to the community, it's so important that the viewers at home come to the store, experience it for themselves, because as we mentioned earlier, a lot of these products are investments for a lifetime.
Oh, right.
And by getting your insight, you know how to care for that product now
Correct.
for the rest of your life
Correct.
and give it that longevity.
Absolutely,
So important.
absolutely. And it's no different than you're going to be able to touch and feel it. A knife has to feel good in your hand if
Yeah.
you're going to use it. A spatula needs to feel good in your hand or you won't grab it.
Exactly.
So they get to do that versus, you know, shopping online and like
hoping for the best.
Yes, right. And you don't have to send it back.
Exactly.
Yep.
Shelley,
Yes.
thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
taking the time
I
to
so
chat with us
appreciate you
today.
coming. Absolutely.
Of course. And as
Thanks.
always, we're going to make sure all the links you need, all the information to connect with Shelley and plan your trip out, it's all going to be available after the show today over on our website, 9and10news.com.
The Vacation Guide on the Road is brought to you by